And we continue with chapter 1. Imam Zarnuji rahimahullah, he narrated that Muhammad bin Hassan Abu Abdullah said, "Learn, for learning is an adornment for one who possesses it, a virtue and a prelude to every praiseworthy action. Profit each day by increasing your learning and swimming in the seas of beneficial knowledge. Give yourself up to the study of fiqh, for the knowledge of fiqh is the best guide to piety and fear of Allah. And it is the straightest path to the ultimate goal, which is the akhirah." That I added, the ultimate goal is the akhirah. The two words, the akhirah, I added to the text. It is the milestone leading to the ways of proper guidance. It is the fortress that saves one from all hardships. Indeed, one godly person versed in fiqh is more powerful against shaitan than 1,000 ordinary worshippers. And he goes on to say, rahimahullah, likewise, knowledge has a bearing on all other human characters, such as generosity and avarice, cowardice and courage, arrogance and humility, chastity and debauchery. Debauchery is indulging in eating and so on and so forth. Prodigality and parsimony and so on. For arrogance, avarice, cowardice and prodigality are illicit, are haram. Only through knowledge of them and their opposites is protection against them possible. This is an important point. Imam Ghazali rahimahullah and Ihya, he teaches us how to acquire character by delineating two types of character, which follow from blameworthy action and praiseworthy action. So there's a type of character that's built upon blameworthy action, and there's a type of character that's built upon praiseworthy action. I mean, this is a simplification of the science of akhlaq, or the development of akhlaq, but this is a good simplification which clarifies the matter. When we talk about gaining understanding of behavior through knowledge of opposites, we can get a clear understanding of those actions which are considered praiseworthy by studying those actions which are blameworthy. We can understand what is a good society by understanding what is a bad society, but that should be done in the context of the knowledge of those who are the people of taqwa and ilm. Imam Ghazali rahimahullah in the Ihya delineates those characteristics which are blameworthy. So he who wants to understand how we should act and conduct ourselves by way of the writings of the ulama, let him or her refer to the Ihya, to the section of blameworthy and praiseworthy behaviors. If a person would want to understand clearly what is praiseworthy character, then refer immediately to the seerah of the Prophet Muhammad, peace be upon him, and you will find there the paragon or the model of excellence. Learning then is prescribed for all of us, and this is a repetition of the hadith that knowledge is obligatory on the believing men and women. Sayyid Nasruddin Abu al-Qasim composed a book on ethics, and the note here says that book on ethics, we have no knowledge of what that book is. And the most excellent book did he compose. It is necessary for every Muslim to keep it in mind. And here, see the ulama are referring you to that which is beneficial. So Imam Az-Zarnuji rahimahullah is teaching us, okay, he's pinpointing, there's a book, it has this title. This book fulfills the particular goal of understanding praiseworthy action and blameworthy action, so it's recommended. And that's how the ulama are. If there's a text which has value in it and they feel as though it's meeting the purpose of the dars, to realize what the goal of the dars is, then they refer you to it. This is why selecting books, as Imam Zarnuji will later on, as Imam Zarnuji rahimahullah will later on indicate too, selecting books for the student is a task for the one who is well versed in those books. The student who follows the advice of his teacher in selecting a text to be studied is the one who's successful. And the student who chooses for himself, according to Imam Zarnuji rahimahullah, is the one who will not be successful. So here he's demonstrating the practice of that principle. As for learning the rules that apply to situations that arise only in certain occasions, this is a collective duty, fard al-kifaya. Knowledge which is not constant, it's not needed constantly, is a matter of expertise, and because it's a matter of expertise, it's a communal obligation and not an individual obligation. And inshallah we'll continue in the next session.